Joining us now is Okpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, G.
Hello, Dr. Abati. Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
How are you doing?
Good. You guys had a great interview today with the lady. Very, very touching story with her. Hi, Adeswa. Good morning. You look lovely in yellow. Were you inspired by me yesterday? Perhaps. Good morning, Rufai. How are you?
You are doing well, OG.
You're doing well too. Well, good morning to you viewers. We begin what's trending in the UK, where Nigerian students on the Niger Delta Development Commission scholarship program staged a protest outside the Nigerian High Commission on Monday over the non-payment of their tuition fees by the NDDC. The students who were awarded scholarship by the commission have since taken to menial jobs to fend for themselves after being abandoned in the UK. The students claim they face deportation if they continue to stay in the country and if they fail to resume school. The students had placards saying their school fees and maintenance funds had not been paid 1 year after they were awarded scholarships. Now, this is a very painful situation. I believe last week, the chairman to Nigerians in the Diaspora Commission, Ms. Abike Dabiri, had raised alarm saying that these students have turned into beggars and, pled with the NDDC to try to pay their tuition. Also, Senator Godswill Okpe had written a statement on June 18th for these students as well. So I don't know what's going on with the NDDC. I mean, it's not like they don't have dollars in their account. I don't know the reason why they are not paying this tuition for these kids.
It is scandalous to hear this. We cannot reconcile what we are seeing, which is very pathetic, with the amount of monies we are hearing, are flying around, while people are fainting and others are trying to invade people's homes. You cannot reconcile this event. It's shameful.
Yes, as someone who went to school as a national merit scholar with the scholarship of the Nigerian government, I consider this absolutely scandalous. And it is an indication of what has happened to Nigeria. Look, once upon a time in this country, people were given scholarships either at the national level or at the university level to encourage them, to mold, to create, to encourage, the younger generation. That was Nigeria at that time. And that's why Professor Chinua Achebe was absolutely spot on when he wrote a book titled There Was Once a Country. So many things have gone crazy in this country. And this is just one example of it. The NDDC was set up as an interventionist agency, not just to provide infrastructure, but also to focus on human capital development.
Correct. Because
human capital is the best resource that Nigeria has. And then to offer these young persons scholarship and not pay them, you demotivate them. Some of them will become psychotic cases. Because we're told many of them have turned into beggars on the streets of Europe. And I think that it is something that, as a matter of national urgency, should be looked into. Secondly, it's also an indication of how, the NDDC has more or less failed. We have had many guests on this program who have said, look, the NDDC was meant to achieve certain objectives, but those objectives have been derailed. And I hope that, many of these young Nigerians who are on NDDC scholarship, who were given hope, and have now been denied that hope and that opportunity, that their matter will be looked into by the relevant authorities. Whoever has the opportunity to do so, maybe it's the Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri, or any other official, should bring this to the personal attention of President Muhammadu Buhari. And once that is done, action should be taken expeditiously. These NDDC officials, they tell us all the time that they spend so much to go and attend graduation ceremonies. Now, if they consider the graduation of persons on their scholarship so important, then it doesn't make sense that they won't pay those who are still on the program
there is no excuse
their allowances
at all. I'm glad that these students have come out to protest. Rufai, a quick comment from you.
A very sad one. Let me go on the line of Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe first wrote a book in '83 where he said the trouble with Nigeria, and it's indicative where he talked about massive corruption, and that's just what is indicative in the NDDC. And it's a disgrace to our nation that our brightest and best are being treated this way. So this is how you want to show the world that you support research when you can't pay for scholarship for your scholars in universities around the world. How will this one bring the knowledge back to able to develop our country, develop our science, develop our research, develop our mathematics? These are the cardinal points for developing any economy. Shame on us.
Well, the conclusion, Achebe's conclusion in the trouble with Nigeria is that the trouble with Nigeria is leadership. And I think that that is where the issue is. And that's why President Buhari should personally take up this matter and resolve it.
Good point. Let's take another story in Nigeria. Last month, a video of a Lance Corporal who berated all the service chiefs in Nigeria for their incompetence because of the incessant killings in the nation went viral on social media. Well, after the video was released, the Lance Corporal Martins Idakbini was arrested and detained by the army. His family and lawyers have allegedly been denied access to him despite an order of the Federal High Court. Now, new reports suggest that the Lance Corporal may be dead. Well, let's take a quick playback of that video before we take some reactions.
Lieutenant General Tuku Yusuf Buratai. As I'm making this video, I want to let you know that I'm highly disappointed in your command. You should call yourself a coward, a traitor, and a betrayer to the Nigerian as a whole. I don't care what you do. You may think you are God. You may try to kill me. You may try to do this. But I'm not in that business with you because you are no more loyal. You cannot earn my loyalty with what you are doing. I know after this video, you may come. You want to arrest me. You want to do this. But know that I'm guided by the Constitution. You cannot just come and arrest me. I'm ready to face court-martial. And my court-martial must be open to the whole Nigerians to know. I'm calling on all the independent lawyers to stand by me because this is a matter of urgency. People are dying too much.
Well, on Monday, the lawyer representing the Lance Corporal, Okpe Akinyode, told reporters that the Nigerian army had barred him twice from seeing his client and feared that his client may have been tortured or killed, hence the reason for denial of access. Commenting on the Chief of Army Staff, the lawyer said Buratai's conduct is a disgrace to the armed forces. He is tearing the Constitution apart and rendering useless the concept of the rule of law. Buratai is about to become a dictator before our very eyes. There is fire on the mountain. I mean, this is really we took the story last month, Dr. Abati, and we talked about the countenance of this Lance Corporal. I'm not sure, if this situation is true, but I think that there is some sort of law when you are, in the confines of the army. I don't know if the amount of time that they are allowed to be not being able to be penetrated. Is that correct? I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't allow access to the lawyers.
Well, the most authoritative book on that subject,
yes.
Military Law, right. Has been written by General David Jemi Bewon, to the best of my knowledge. That's the most authoritative book on it. But even when a soldier is court-martialed yes. for any kind of infraction, he's also protected under the Constitution, Section 36, which gives him the right to fair hearing. Now, the right to fair hearing means that he is entitled to a lawyer. So if his lawyer is saying that he has been denied access to him, then his fundamental human rights have been violated okay. within the purview of the Constitution, which is the fond et erigo, or, that's the ground norm, and it's superior, it's supreme. So the lawyer, coming to the public domain to complain, needs to go a step further. He can sue the military okay. and ask for the enforcement of the fundamental human rights of his client under the Constitution.
But what would be the main reason why they will deny him, in your opinion?
No,
access?
They have no right to deny him access because he's entitled to legal representation. What the law says is that if you have committed an offense, whether it's insubordination or whatever it is, then your offense must be read to you in a language that you understand, and you must be allowed access to your lawyer. So I think that, General Buratai should also pay personal attention to this. And now that it has come
It's
to the
now in
public domain,
yes.
Nigerians will be asking about that Lance Corporal. We don't want to hear that he died by accident or that he was trying to escape and he was shot. The military is not above the laws of the land. Everyone, be they military or civilian, is guided by the Constitution, by the rule of law.
All right. Well, should we take? I would like to take a story.
Okay, go ahead. Take the story.
Should we do that, or would you like to comment real quick?
Take the story, Oji, take the story.
You are jumping at this one. You don't want this one.
I was commenting.
I'm so bright and yellow.
No, I knew that. Let's take the one with the viewers.
Very quickly.
Yes, go ahead. No, you
you
can.
The House of
comment.
Reps
We don't have to take another story. Yes.
I read a story that says even his wife was arrested.
Yes.
And she was kept for 9 days before she was released. Increasingly, we are seeing those dissenting voices from the troops from the Nigerian army.
Yes.
And I think that muzzling them is not the way to go. And like Dr. Abati said, this needs to be attended to by the Chief of Army Staff himself.
All right. Well, Rufai, a quick comment from you, please.
Okay, no time for you to take the story.
Yes, no, I would love your comment, Rufai.
Quick comment,
Yes.
very sad, very sad. I don't want to hear that man is dead. I don't want to hear any reason for his death. Let the law take its course. If you're court-martialing him, let him have legal representation. But I don't want to hear he's dead. I don't want to hear he's dead. I hope he's not dead. I think the last corporal is alive. I want to think so.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that he is alive.
Yes. Well, thank you very much.
I have been warned not to interfere.
You got the relationship.
Dr. Abati, have you been debriefed? Have you been debriefed?
Oh, yes, yesterday.
With all the smiles, that's not in doubt.
We had a good session together about how OG spent a 2 weeks vacation.